Hello, my dear students, and welcome to English Mastery Hub. I am Logan. Today, we will talk about a common problem for English learners. Many people forget words when they try to speak English. Does this happen to you? It can make speaking feel difficult and stressful. Sometimes it makes people stop practicing English. But do not worry. Forgetting words is normal. Everyone feels this way at some point. In this lesson, I will help you. You will learn simple tips and ideas to remember words. These tips will make speaking easier and more fun. By the end of this lecture, you will feel more confident. You will have the tools to practice and improve your English every day. So, let's get started and learn how to speak English with confidence. Part 1. Understanding why we forget words. When you are learning a new language, your brain is working hard. It is trying to remember many new things at the same time. This is why forgetting words is very normal. You are not alone. Everyone forgets words sometimes, even people who speak English as their first language. For example, have you ever been in a conversation and suddenly you cannot remember a word? This happens to everyone. It is a normal part of learning. You do not need to feel bad about it. It shows that your brain is learning and trying to improve. There are reasons why we forget words. One reason is lack of practice. If you learn a new word but do not use it, your brain will not remember it for long. Words are like muscles. You need to use them often to keep them strong. For example, if you learn the word apple but never say it again, you might forget it after a few days. Another reason is fear or nervousness. When you feel nervous, your brain can stop working the way it usually does. You might know a word, but your fear blocks you from remembering it. For example, if you are talking to someone and feel shy, you might forget even simple words like hello or thank you. A third reason is trying to learn too much at once. If you try to memorize 50 new words in one day, your brain will feel overloaded. It is like carrying too many bags at the same time. Your brain can only hold so much information at once. When you try to learn too many words, you might forget most of them. All these reasons are normal. They happen to everyone. The good news is that you can solve these problems. With practice and the right methods, you can remember words more easily. It takes time, but it is possible. Remember, forgetting words does not mean you are bad at English. It means you are learning. Every time you forget and then remember a word, your brain gets stronger. So, do not give up. You are doing a great job, and you are on the path to speaking English fluently. Part 2. How our memory works. Our memory has two main parts: short-term memory and long-term memory. Let me explain how they work. Short-term memory is like a small notebook. It holds information for a short time, maybe just a few seconds. For example, if someone tells you their phone number, you might remember it for a minute, but then you forget it. This is because the information stays in short-term memory. Long-term memory is different. It is like a big library. It stores information for a long time, maybe even forever. When you remember your favorite song or the name of your best friend, that information is in your long-term memory. To remember new English words, we need to move them from short-term memory to long-term memory. If a word stays in short-term memory, you might forget it quickly. But if it moves to long-term memory, you can remember it anytime you need it. How do we move words to long-term memory? The answer is simple: repetition. Repetition is very powerful. It helps your brain learn and remember. When you see, hear, or use a word many times, it becomes part of your long-term memory. Let's look at an example. Imagine you learn the word apple. If you say apple once and then forget about it, the word will stay in your short-term memory. But if you say apple every day, write it in a sentence and listen to someone else use it, the word will move to your long-term memory. You will not forget it because your brain knows it is important. Repetition works in many ways. You can say the word out loud. For example, look at a picture of an apple and say, "This is an apple." You can write the word. Write a sentence like, "I eat an apple every morning." You can also listen to the word. Find a video or a song where someone says, "apple." The more you repeat the word, the stronger your memory will become. Repetition does not mean you have to do everything in one day. It is better to practice a little every day. If you repeat a word today, tomorrow, and the next day, it will slowly become part of your long-term memory. This is called spaced repetition, and it is very effective. Some people think repetition is boring, but it does not have to be. You can make it fun. Use flashcards to test yourself. Play games where you guess the word. Try to use the word in a conversation with a friend. These activities make learning enjoyable and help you remember words better. Remember, moving words to long-term memory takes time. Do not feel bad if you forget a word. Keep practicing, and the word will stay in your memory longer each time. Be patient with yourself. Learning a language is a journey, and every small step is progress. So, the next time you learn a new word, do not just read it once. Say it, write it, listen to it, and use it. Repeat it again and again. This is how you make the word a part of your long-term memory. With practice and repetition, you can remember any word you want. You are doing great, so keep going. Part 3. Tips to remember words. Better. Here are some simple tips to help you remember words better. These tips will make learning easier and more fun. First, create a word bank. A word bank is a place to keep all the new words you learn. You can use a notebook or an app on your phone. Every time you learn a new word, write it down. Then write a simple sentence with the word. For example, if the new word is apple, you can write, "I eat an apple every day." This helps you understand how to use the word in a sentence. Second, use flashcards. Flashcards are small cards that help you practice. Write the new word on one side of the card and its meaning on the other side. For example, write apple on one side and a fruit that is red or green on the other. Look at the word and try to remember its meaning. Then check if you are correct. Flashcards are very helpful because you can use them anytime, like when you are waiting or relaxing. Third, learn in small chunks. Do not try to learn too many words at once. If you try to learn 50 words in one day, you might forget most of them. Instead, focus on 5 to 10 words each day. Learning a few words at a time is easier and helps you remember them better. Fourth, group words by topic. Organize your words by themes like food, travel, or daily routines. For example, you can make a list of food words like apple, banana, bread, and milk. When words are connected by a topic, it is easier to remember them. If you think about food, all the food words come to your mind. Fifth, visualize and associate. This means creating a picture in your mind for each word. For example, when you learn the word apple, imagine a red apple in your hand. This picture helps your brain remember the word. You can also connect the word to something you already know. For example, if you like apples, think about eating your favorite apple. This makes the word more personal and easier to remember. Sixth, speak and use the words. The best way to remember words is to use them in real life. Try to say the new words in a sentence. For example, if you learn the word book, you can say, I am reading a book. You can also practice with friends or family. Use the words in conversations. The more you use a word, the easier it is to remember. Seventh, review regularly. Do not just learn a word and forget about it. Look at your word bank or flashcards every few days. Say the words out loud and try to remember their meanings. Review is important because it helps move the words from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. Eighth, make learning fun. Learning new words does not have to be boring. Play games like word puzzles or memory games. Watch movies or listen to songs in English. Try to find the new words you learned. Fun activities make learning more enjoyable and help you remember better. Ninth, be patient with yourself. Learning takes time. It is normal to forget words sometimes. Do not feel bad if you cannot remember a word right away. Keep practicing, and you will improve. Celebrate your small successes, like remembering a new word or using it correctly in a sentence. Finally, create a routine. Spend a little time each day learning and reviewing words. Even 10 or 15 minutes can make a big difference. Make it a habit, like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. Consistency is key to remembering words. These tips are simple, but they are powerful. If you use them every day, you will see great results. Remember, learning English is a journey. Every new word you learn is a step forward. You are doing a great job, so keep going. Part 4. Practice techniques to retain vocabulary. To remember vocabulary better, practice is very important. Here are some simple techniques that can help you retain new words and use them confidently. Speak daily. One of the best ways to remember vocabulary is to speak English every day. Even if you only practice for 5 or 10 minutes, it makes a big difference. You do not need a partner to practice. You can talk to yourself about your day, your plans, or your goals. For example, say, "Today I will go to the park," or "I ate an apple for breakfast." When you use words in sentences, your brain remembers them better. Use technology. Technology is a great tool for learning vocabulary. There are many apps like Duolingo, Memrise, or Anki that can help you. These apps make learning fun with games and activities. They also remind you to review words regularly. You can also listen to podcasts or watch videos in English. This helps you hear words in context. For example, if you are watching a cooking video, you will learn words like pan, chop, or boil. Hearing words used in real situations makes them easier to remember. Shadowing technique. The shadowing technique is a simple but powerful way to improve your vocabulary and pronunciation. First, listen to someone speaking English, like in a video or podcast. Then, repeat what they say immediately after they say it. Try to copy their pronunciation and rhythm. For example, if they say, "I'm going to the store," you say the same sentence right after them. This practice helps you learn how words are used in sentences and how they sound. Over time, your speaking and listening skills will improve. Teach someone else. Teaching is one of the best ways to learn. When you explain a word or concept to someone else, you remember it better. For example, if you learn the word flower, you can teach it to a friend by saying, "A flower is a plant with colorful petals." You can also write a simple explanation or draw a picture. Even if you do not have someone to teach, pretend you are teaching. Speak out loud and explain the word as if you are talking to a friend. This practice reinforces the word in your memory. Write sentences with new words. Whenever you learn a new word, write it in a sentence. For example, if the word is train, you can write, "I take the train to work." Writing sentences helps you understand how to use the word. It also helps you remember it for a longer time. Play vocabulary games. Learning vocabulary does not have to be boring. Play games like word puzzles, crosswords, or memory matching games. These games make learning fun and help you practice words in a relaxed way. You can also create your own game. For example, write new words on small cards and mix them up. Pick a card and try to use the word in a sentence. This is a fun way to review your vocabulary. Label things around you. Another simple technique is to label objects in your home. For example, put a small sticker on your fridge that says fridge, or on your table that says table. Every time you see the label, you will remember the word. This technique works well for common items like chair, door, or window. It helps you connect the word to the object, making it easier to remember. Use words in conversations. Whenever you learn a new word, try to use it in a conversation. For example, if you learn the word book, talk to someone about books. You can say, "I like reading books," or "This is my favorite book." Using words in real conversations helps you remember them faster. If you do not have someone to talk to, you can talk to yourself. Practice saying sentences out loud. For example, "This is my chair," or "I will go to the park." Create a daily routine. Make practicing vocabulary part of your daily routine. Spend 10 or 15 minutes every day reviewing words, writing sentences, or playing games. Consistency is very important. Even a small amount of practice each day can make a big difference over time. Be patient and keep practicing. Learning vocabulary takes time. It is normal to forget words sometimes. Do not feel bad if you cannot remember a word right away. Keep practicing and the word will stay in your memory longer each time. Remember, you are making progress every day. Every new word you learn is a step closer to fluency. Keep going, and you will succeed. Part 5. Overcoming fear and anxiety. Mistakes are a part of learning. It is normal to make mistakes when speaking English. Do not be afraid of them. Mistakes help you learn and improve. If you say the wrong word or make a grammar mistake, it is okay. People will still understand you. The most important thing is to communicate your message. Focus on sharing your ideas and feelings. Do not worry about being perfect. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Every time you speak English, you are improving. Find safe environments to practice your English. Start by speaking with friends or family members who support you. They can help you feel comfortable. You can also join a language group or take a class with other English learners. When you feel more confident, try speaking to strangers. For example, you can ask for directions or order food in English. Slowly, you will get used to speaking in different situations. Celebrate your small wins. Every time you use a new word or finish a conversation in English, it is a success. Say to yourself, "I did it." You can also reward yourself with something you like, such as a favorite snack or a fun activity. If you feel nervous, take deep breaths before speaking. This will help you relax. Remember that everyone learns at their own pace. Be kind to yourself and enjoy the process. Set small goals for yourself. For example, you can aim to learn and use one new word every day. Or you can try to speak English for 5 minutes without stopping. Reaching these goals will boost your confidence. Visualize your success. Close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking English fluently. Picture yourself in a conversation, using the words you have learned. This positive image can motivate you to keep practicing. Use encouraging words when you talk to yourself. For example, say, "I am learning every day," or "I am getting better at English." Positive self-talk helps reduce fear and builds confidence. Remember, everyone feels nervous when they try something new. Even experienced speakers sometimes feel shy. You are not alone in this journey. Many people face the same challenges, but they keep going, and so can you. Do not compare yourself to others. Your learning journey is unique. Focus on your progress, no matter how small it seems. Every step you take is a step closer to fluency. Practice speaking slowly and clearly. You do not need to speak fast to be good at English. Taking your time will help you feel more in control and less anxious. Laugh at your mistakes. If you say something funny by accident, it is okay to laugh. This makes learning more enjoyable and less stressful. Find a study partner who is also learning English. You can practice together and encourage each other. Working with someone else makes learning less lonely and more fun. If you make a mistake and someone corrects you, thank them. Corrections are not bad. They are opportunities to learn. For example, if you say, "She go to the store," and someone says, "She goes to the store," you have learned something new. Keep a journal to write about your feelings and progress. Write about what you learned today or how you felt during a conversation. This helps you see how far you have come. Remember that fear is only temporary. The more you practice, the less nervous you will feel. Over time, speaking English will become easier and more natural. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage you. Avoid negative people who make you feel bad about your mistakes. Positive support can make a big difference in your confidence. Watch videos of people learning English. Seeing others face the same challenges can inspire you. You will realize that you are not alone and that improvement is possible. Take small steps outside your comfort zone. For example, if you are afraid to speak in public, start by saying a few words in a small group. Gradually increase the difficulty as you become more comfortable. Enjoy the learning process. Learning a new language is an adventure. Focus on the fun and exciting parts, like discovering new words or understanding a song in English. Do not give up. There will be days when you feel frustrated, but that is normal. Keep practicing, and you will see progress. Every day is a chance to get better. You are capable of learning and speaking English. Believe in yourself and your ability to improve. Remember, confidence grows with practice, and practice leads to success. Part 6. Daily Habits for Better Vocabulary. Retention. Reading and listening to English every day is a great way to improve your vocabulary. Start with simple books, blogs, or short news articles. You can also listen to podcasts, audiobooks, or English songs. These activities help you see and hear new words in context. Writing every day is another powerful habit. Keep a journal where you write about your daily life. For example, write about what you did, how you felt, or what you plan to do tomorrow. Try to use new words that you have learned. Writing helps you remember words and understand how to use them in sentences. Joining a community can make learning more fun. You can participate in online forums, join social media groups, or attend local language meetups. Talking with others who are learning English will motivate you. You can share tips, ask questions, and practice speaking together. Setting goals helps you stay focused. For example, you can decide to learn 10 new words every week. Write these words in your notebook and practice using them in sentences. Another goal could be to have one short conversation in English every day. Track your progress to see how much you have improved. You can make a checklist or use an app to record your achievements. For example, mark the days you practiced speaking or the number of words you learned. Seeing your progress will keep you motivated to continue. Make reading and listening a part of your daily routine. For example, you can read a short article during breakfast or listen to an audiobook while walking. Small actions every day can lead to big improvements over time. Choose topics that interest you. If you enjoy sports, read articles about your favorite team. If you like cooking, watch recipe videos in English. Learning is easier and more enjoyable when the content is interesting to you. Practice using new words in your conversations. For example, if you learn the word delicious, you can use it when talking about food. The more you use a word, the easier it will be to remember. Review your vocabulary regularly. Go back to the words you wrote in your notebook and test yourself. You can also use flashcards to quiz yourself on the meaning of the words. Reward yourself for completing your goals. For example, if you learn 10 new words in a week, treat yourself to something you enjoy. Rewards make learning more fun and motivating. Create a learning schedule that works for you. Decide when and how long you will practice each day. For example, you can spend 15 minutes reading, 10 minutes writing, and 10 minutes listening to English. Be consistent with your daily habits. Even if you only have a few minutes, do something in English every day. Consistency is the key to success. Focus on quality, not quantity. It is better to learn a few words well than to try to memorize many words without understanding them. Take your time to learn the meaning, pronunciation, and usage of each word. Use technology to help you learn. There are many apps and websites designed for language learners. For example, you can use apps to learn new words, play vocabulary games, or chat with native speakers. Learn from your surroundings. If you see a sign, advertisement, or label in English, try to read and understand it. Everyday materials are a great source of vocabulary. Make learning fun. Play word games, do puzzles, or watch funny videos in English. When you enjoy the process, you are more likely to stick with it. Practice speaking out loud. Even if you are alone, say the words and sentences you are learning. Hearing yourself speak helps you remember better and builds your confidence. Pair new words with images or actions. For example, when you learn the word run, act it out or look at a picture of someone running. This makes the word easier to remember. Ask for feedback from others. If you are practicing with a friend or teacher, ask them to correct your mistakes. Learning from feedback helps you improve faster. Stay curious and keep asking questions. If you don't understand a word or phrase, look it up or ask someone. Curiosity keeps you engaged and excited about learning. Be patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time and effort. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Every step forward is a step closer to fluency. Surround yourself with English. Change the language on your phone or watch TV shows in English. The more you expose yourself to the language, the faster you will learn. Mix up your activities to keep learning interesting. For example, read one day, listen the next day, and write another day. Variety keeps you motivated and helps you learn in different ways. Keep a positive attitude. Believe that you can improve, and don't let mistakes discourage you. A positive mindset is essential for success. By making these habits part of your daily routine, you will not only remember more words but also feel more confident using them. Learning English is a journey, and every small habit brings you closer to your goal. Part 7. Final thoughts and encouragement. Forgetting words is a normal part of the learning process. Everyone forgets words, even native speakers. When you are learning something new, your brain is working hard to store information. Sometimes it takes time for your brain to remember words, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep practicing and not give up. When you practice English every day, you help your brain remember the words. The more you listen, speak, read, and write in English, the easier it will be to remember the words. It might feel difficult at first, but over time, it will become easier. You will start to notice that you can remember words more quickly and use them in conversations. Remember, learning a language is not about being perfect. It's about improving every day. Even if you forget a word, that doesn't mean you are not learning. It just means you need to keep practicing. Every time you practice, you are getting better. So, don't worry if you forget a word. Just keep going, and the words will come back to you. Being patient with yourself is very important. Learning a language is a long journey, and there will be ups and downs. Some days, you will feel great about your progress. Other days, you might feel frustrated because you forget words or make mistakes. That's okay. It's all part of the process. Just remember, every day you are getting closer to your goal of speaking English confidently. Consistency is key. Even if you don't have a lot of time, practice English every day. You can start with just 5 or 10 minutes a day. The more you practice, the better you will get. If you can practice every day, even for a short time, you will see improvement. One way to stay consistent is to make learning English a habit. Try to practice at the same time every day. For example, you can practice in the morning before you start your day or before bed. Find a time that works for you and stick to it. Over time, it will become a part of your daily routine. Also, remember that learning English is not a race. You don't need to compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own pace, and that's okay. Focus on your own progress. Celebrate every small victory, whether it's learning a new word, having a short conversation, or understanding something in English that you didn't understand before. Every little step is a success. There will be challenges along the way. You might feel frustrated when you forget words or when you don't understand something. But don't let these challenges stop you. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn. When you face a difficult moment, take a deep breath, stay calm, and remind yourself that you are learning and growing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Making mistakes is part of the learning process. Every mistake helps you learn something new. When you speak or write in English, don't worry about making perfect sentences. Just focus on communicating your ideas. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Learning English is a journey that takes time, but with each practice session, you are getting closer to your goal. Trust yourself and enjoy the process. You are improving every day, even if you don't see it immediately. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. If you ever feel discouraged, remember why you started learning English in the first place. Whether it's for work, travel, or connecting with people, your goal is important. Keep your motivation in mind and use it to push through any difficult moments. Stay positive and keep going. You are capable of learning English, and you will continue to improve. Keep practicing, stay patient, and soon you will be speaking English with more confidence and ease. The key to success is consistency, patience, and perseverance. As you continue your journey, remember that each step counts. Even the small moments of practice are important. Keep challenging yourself to learn new words, speak more, and listen carefully. Over time, you will notice how much progress you've made. You are on the right path, and with hard work and dedication, you will reach your goal of speaking English fluently. Keep your focus, stay motivated, and keep practicing every day. The effort you put into learning English today will bring great rewards in the future. Believe in yourself and trust the process. You are learning and growing, and with every word you remember, you are getting closer to mastering English. Keep going, and remember, you're doing great. Thank you for joining me on this journey to improve your English speaking skills. I hope you found this lecture helpful and that you now have some great strategies to help you remember words better. If you enjoyed this lesson, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Mastery Hub so you don't miss any future lessons. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What strategies will you try first? Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.